Hey guys, Greg Denny. What I want to share with you right now is so important and sometimes really hard to do. You know, part of my story, I grew up in a broken home. I ended up out on my own at an early age and in some really tough circumstances and some tough situations. And I observed in those situations where people were really struggling with life. This was at the point where a lot of addictions and crime and violence and relationships falling apart and really a hard place. And I started to observe there. I'm like, if you would just stop associating with those people that are pulling you down and keeping you back, you just take off. And I saw that over and over. And then I began to talk to people. And now I've had the privilege of mentoring, thousands of people and coaching and just meeting tons of people and from all over the place and different continents and countries. And almost across the board, there's always someone, and maybe you've experienced this too. There's someone in your life that just kind of is kind of a drain, and they kind of, or maybe a negative. They bring this negative feeling or the contention, or they just kind of pull you down, keep you back. You come in with a new idea or want to change. They're like, what are you doing? And there's so many great stories like that, where people had to say, I had to walk away, and I want to climb out of this. I want to change. I want to become a new person. And I want to challenge you today that at some point you either have to dramatically decrease the amount of time you spend with people who pull you down and keep you back, or even end a relationship. And that may be associates, it may be friends, it might even be family. And it seems selfish, right? It seems kind of cruel. Like, that's tough, man. How can you say that? How can you do that? But it's just true. And it's been taught by all the great teachers and leaders, because you are and will become like the people you spend the most time with. And so if you spend time with people and all they ever talk about is gossip and garbage, or if the guys you spend time with, their greatest aspiration in the world is to get to the next level of a video game or something like that. I mean, you just know that they're just not interested in going anywhere, and you want to make changes in your life. You want to have improvements. You want to go somewhere. You want to be someone. Then you got to draw that line. It's like that proverbial line in the sand. You're like, I got to do this. And you know what? I love you. I want you to come with me. I want you to make changes. But if you're not willing to change, I got to go. And as hard as that's going to be, I promise you, if you'll make new friends and associate with new people who are at a level where you want to grow to, incredible things will happen. You'll start to think differently. You'll start to act differently. You'll make changes in the music you listen to, the movies you watch, the books you read, the conversations you have, the thoughts you think. I mean, all of that stuff will start to transform in your life. And as you start associating with great people, it makes it so much easier to become a great person. So have the courage in a kind way to distance yourself from people who bring a negative influence to your life. Remember, input determines output. So if people are bringing this negative influence your life, and it can even be through music or media or what you're watching, experience, read, all that stuff. Anything that's coming to your life, any of these relationships, have the courage and the discipline to sever those and to make new relationships, new friendships, new connections, and reach upward.